All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the weekly check-in. My name's John Perrotta. My co-host, Jessica Leigh. Say hello to Jessica. How you doing, Jessica?
I'm
Jessica's
good.
a therapist by day. The Zoom appointments, one after the other all week. And then Friday nights, we get comedians on that need therapy, and Jessica's our therapist. So that's the story. We got a great cast of characters tonight. Got some pretty ladies on. Ed looks pretty good too. AJ, I don't know, but Cole Johnson. Cole, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
He took our comedy class a couple of years ago and got on stage a few times. We gotta get it back once the pandemic is over. And then we got AJ, Hapenny, Ed Waugh, and we got it says Anthony, but it's Jessalyn Peters.
I'm going through a sex change. It's fine.
They're part of Paperback Comedy. Paperback Comedy on the Cape. I did a bunch of shows with you guys. I had a lot of fun. And then we got Joanna Rapoza. Joanna, yeah. Joanna just moved up from Connecticut and lives in Providence on the east side. So she's promoting her T-shirt, that's cool.
It's not my T-shirt. It's an artist that I'm associated with. I'll tell you more later. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's Friday night. We got 7 of us tonight. What else? What can I tell you to get going here? It's been a crazy since this pandemic hit. I know you guys were doing a lot of shows. AJ, Ed, Jessalyn, everybody was doing shows. Joanna, and unfortunately the pandemic hit, and we've been the shows are starting to come back. Some people are doing shows. I'm not really doing much right now. All the rooms I was doing basically were dinner comedy shows. So right now, all the restaurants don't want to do them. I got a couple of things coming up, but it's kind of a tough time for comedy.
I'm seeing the shows come back. I just moved here from Connecticut, as you know, and I saw shows going on at breweries and wineries because people can be outside. And so I don't know what the rules are I think Rhode Island's even a little more strict than Connecticut as far as the whole COVID.
Really? I thought they were a lot more open.
Well, there's shows outside, but there was a show tomorrow night outside at the Bishop Hill Tavern. Derek Moore posted that the show was canceled due to the virus. They had an outside show and they canceled it. So I think it's hit or miss right now. Like some of the shows are getting scheduled and they don't happen. Some happen. Some are outside. Some are inside. It's just crazy times. Down
in New York, you probably saw John and maybe the rest of you guys. Like in Brooklyn, it was at a diner. There, the comics are on the back of a pickup truck, and people are lined up in their cars like a drive-in, and they're finding ways to do it because they're desperate to do it.
Yeah, I had a guy on the other night with Stacy Kendrill from New York, this New York comic, Rich.
He's awesome. I like
Carucci, and he's doing a show tomorrow night. They do it on Saturday nights at a strip club. They do a 2-hour show. It's outside under a tent. They do 2 hours of comedy, and then all the strippers come out. It's got to be nuts.
Do they call it
vaudeville?
Nature's
it's like
thermometers.
Old school vaudeville brought back again, Or it's like you're either a comedian in vaudeville or you're a comedian at a strip club where no one pays attention to you anyway.
Jessalyn, we got to get all you girls. Get out. Me, Ed, and AJ.
All right, John. I'll start undressing. Oh no, that's not.
I can't compete with that. I cannot compete with a woman in transition.
Listen, we'll get all you girls.
Yeah, I know. Actually, do you want me to undress?
I'll rent a bus. I'll rent a bus. I'll rent a van. We'll drive out to New York. We'll see how much. If we don't make enough on comedy, you girls will have to make it in the stripping.
We could do it. We could make it happen.
They've been doing drive-through strip clubs in Oregon, like Portland, Oregon, where it's like you drive through, you get your food delivered to you, and then you just see strippers on stripper poles, and you're just like, sweet. Like you have to drive through a tent. So you only get you don't get to hang out at the strip club, but you do get to like see the strippers for a hot 5 minutes and then get your like chicken wings and be like, yeah, I got a boner and I'm eating chicken wings right now.
So how is that any different than Oregon regularly?
Yeah.
Okay, so
AJ's in the house. AJ,
I'm
hey,
very
Benny,
uncomfortable.
my man. What are you doing, AJ? What's going on with you?
This is the first time I've been home in 3 days.
Really? What have you
Wow.
been doing?
I just
Spreading
came
the
back
virus?
from Maine.
What'd you do in
No.
Maine? You do a show?
My
Yeah.
family's in Maine right now. What part of Maine?
I was in Portland last night, and then did a show with Ian Stewart. It was my first time doing a set probably since March.
No shit.
It was James Thurber's show, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
James
was
Thurber. Shout out to him.
it was
How did it go?
oh my god, it went fantastic. I thought I was gonna bomb miserably. I do what I normally do, but no, it was fun. It was an absolute blast. It's a good step in the right direction. Like I flubbed a couple lines, but then it's like really I just need to get back on that bicycle.
Yeah, I mean, after
And
not
then
being
how
on
are they
stage
gonna
for so
know?
long, you know?
Sometimes how are they going to know? Like if overall your performance is so good, it's like a concert pianist. My mom was a pianist. And if you flub a couple notes, nobody knows. You just keep going and it's like victory. You know what I mean?
The only one that really knew was like maybe like Ian Stewart on a couple lines, just because we've done so many shows together. But you're right, Joanna. Like no one else noticed or even cared maybe.
AJ, the last show you and I did, AJ, was at that Bishop Hill Tavern in Johnston. We had a ball that night. There was a great crowd. It was Derek Moore's room. Remember? Geez, it's got to be over a year. Must be a year
Yeah,
ago.
it's I feel that was one of my worst sets, honestly.
Well, we had a good time. I had a good time that night. We were hanging at the bar after and talking.
I had a blast, but because you do primarily crowd work, I try to do none whatsoever. But then, like, whenever anybody's disrupting, people are just like, oh, man, you were great. I'm like, I did no material. And I'm just shitting on you the whole time. I'm not being nice like John.
Now we got Ed Waugh, my man Ed Waugh. What's going on with you, Ed?
Same old, same old, same old, same old.
You guys still on the Cape?
Well, right now I'm actually in Westboro at my girlfriend's place.
Oh yeah, he found love during COVID. What the fuck is that?
How do you find?
Well, the only person that can do that is Ed because they don't actually see you, you know, face to face. He made her fall in love with his words.
Jessalyn's still crazy.
His comedy's gotten like really a little lighthearted. Sorry, Ed.
How do you fall in love in COVID, Ed? How do you fall in love in COVID?
Well,
My
actually,
friend has fallen in love twice during COVID.
Let me get through what I'm saying too. So, because this is important. This is important. Okay. So, as you know, John, do you have a divorce as well, John?
I'm on my third marriage.
No, I got a divorce myself.
And I've had my eye on every one of the girls on here tonight, so it could wind up being 6 or 7 before it's over.
You get your next 4 lined up.
At various points, I've had my eye on all the girls here.
Including AJ. Including half of AJ.
So,
I believe John once told me that I'm so cute, he wants to duct tape my mouth, tie me up, and throw me in the trunk of his car. So
did I say that?
Home. Yeah, I was very flattered. I was like, ooh, he's hitting on me.
When I was a prison guard, would I say that?
Yeah, I loved it. I
Jessica's
was
my
like,
therapist.
I will
Jessica's
keep
my
doing
therapist.
my
Do you
hair
believe I
this
would
way.
say that?
Yeah,
This is
I
fine.
loved it.
It's slightly out of character, but I wouldn't put it past you 100%.
Well, I do have some duct tape in the trunk, so
Right?
Let me get back to me, okay? Let's get back
Oh,
to Ed.
hold on, Ed.
Ed, talk about how you fell in love in COVID.
Well, no. I got more important thing to say though, because I'm divorced now, and it took a year and a half to get done. It took a year and a half. It was also delayed because of COVID. So I had to get divorced over Zoom.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes, I had to get
You mean
divorced.
Zoom legal? Because there was a Zoom legal before, right?
No, it is legal now. This month, it's been the courts have been so delayed for that stuff. Like I actually just got divorced this past week. So I actually had to go on there. The judge was still in her like the robes and everything like that too, with a fake background behind her. Like, and there was other people on the Zoom chat too. It was the weirdest experience ever too. But like, I got divorced over Zoom. Like, so like, you know how like this is like Guess Who on acid. You know, that's the way I was like getting divorced. Oh,
How do they verify your identity? Like you could be some zombie that she was divorcing or something.
Oh, but let's not pretend that the government's got their shit together, because we can't say that. But no,
How did you meet your girl? How did you meet your girl, Ed?
We met actually because she saw me trolling old people on a community Facebook page and just thought I was funny. So she friend requested me. She never sends friend requests either too. So like I was a year and a half since I've been in a relationship, and it's been even longer for her too. So it's like everything just kind of fell in place. So it's
good thing it happened, because another year me and you would have hooked up, Ed. Who knows?
Yeah. Dude, I was holding out. What do you think I was holding out for, John?
Pay to see that. I would.
He's actually cool too, and hot.
I mean, $10, but that's it.
We got to touch base with Jessica Leigh because she's the co-host. I skipped over. Jessica, what do you got to say? How was your week of therapy?
So I actually had a physical this week that was virtual.
A virtual physical.
How do they do the the
And I asked all these questions to the
What
reception.
a doctor's appointment.
It wasn't as exciting as you think, because it was just the talking aspect of it. But I did ask that question to the receptionist. I'm like, am I gonna have to take my clothes off? Like, and
Jesus.
like,
do it just for the hell of it, even if you don't have to. Hey, I'm here for my physical.
This is a kinky
And
Zoom
yes,
show.
Miss Lee. Show us the booty hole now.
Before I forget, I got to tell you guys, some of you know I had kidney cancer 5 years ago, and I go once a year for CAT scan. I went on Monday. I'm always nervous. I went Monday to Foxborough, Patriot Place. They had Mass General sent me there, and I did the CAT scan. Tuesday, the phone rings, Mass General, the doctor. I was nervous. He said, you're cancer-free, 5 years. 5 years cancer-free. So, yeah, thank God. So that was
John.
big. Yeah, that was big news. So hopefully,
John, I was like so ready to either like I did. It's like congratulations. Either that, or I was ready to say it should have been AJ. But congratulations.
But thank God I don't have cancer. Jessica, it's out of control already. Cole Johnson, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
What's up?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
What have you been up to?
I've been cleaning a lot, organizing, since I'm afraid to go outside where the COVID is. And
Listen, when this COVID goes away, I was trying to get you back on stage. Are you going to come back with us? I want you back on stage. You're funny.
Of course, mask or not, but probably
once
mask.
the COVID's gone, I think you can come back without the mask, hopefully. You know, that's what I'm waiting for, when we can come back without the mask. But you were very funny, and I kept trying to get you. You got to come back on stage. All you guys are really funny, guys and girls. But we got to get you back on stage, Cole, because you do a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So check this out. I found so you clean and you organize and you go through so much stuff that you just didn't care about, a day ago. And I went through my cupboards and I found expired, gluten-free, because I have celiac disease, chocolate chip cookie mix, right?
Yeah.
But the expiration date was April 20th. 4/20, guys. Chocolate chip cookies expired. Like, what are the odds, right?
I would have made them
also, anyway. Everybody froze. Yes, right? But April? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a retired teacher. I only did it for 1 year with my homeschooling with my son. That was awful. I have no. But now I'm nervous in fall.
It's hard. It's a hard career.
It is. Being a mom with him all day, you kind of get that break when he goes to school. And now I'm just like, I still have to stay.
No. I feel so bad for parents that are stuck home, like homeschooling their kids, and they weren't planning on doing that.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard. Like, not everybody can teach. My parents were teachers, and I have a lot of relatives that were teachers, and it's like, people criticize teachers. They say, there's that old saying, those who can't do, teach. I say, bullshit. Those who can do, and they teach on top of that, which is another skill.
I was going to be a teacher. I wound up being a prison guard instead of correctional officer.
The same thing, John, when you think about it.
Well, you were teaching. You were teaching them a lesson.
I was teaching them stuff. Yeah, they were some crazy guys.
I would love to hear some of those stories, John.
Me too.
I got stories of some of the people I worked for were great, some were not so great. The guys I worked with were great. The inmates whacked. It was a crazy 36 years, I'll tell you that.
I bet.
I walked in there one day, I was 60, and at 2:30, my boss spent the whole day telling me it's going to be a mental health unit, your block, and this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do this, and when they make that bed, they get points and all that stuff. At 2:30, I looked at him. I said, put me out a half hour early, I'm retiring. I never went back. I never went back. And it's been two and a half years. I was in heaven. I was doing comedy with AJ and all you guys and Ed, and I was in heaven. And then, like the pandemic hit, this thing's got to go. This thing's got to go.
Yeah.
No shit, right?
My
John,
friend
legit
who's a
question.
teacher was actually talking about the fact that, you know, kids stopped wanting to go to school because it's Zoom, because you can't, like, engage with them. So he's like, I noticed that there was this one kid that, like, wasn't coming to class. And, like, you know, he'd come to class and he'd still be in his PJs, like, in his bed, and it would be low lighting so he could just fall asleep easier instead of, like, on his desk.
Smart kid.
He was just like, he's like, hey, buddy, do you mind, like, staying back and talking with me when the class was over? And so he, like, talked to him, like, through Zoom, and it was one-on-one, and was just like, I noticed you haven't been coming to class. He's like, yeah, no, I mean, it's just like a photo. He's like, because I really enjoy your presence. Like, I really like you here. Trying to be really easy, you know, and nice. He never came to another class after that. Totally. It was just like, screw this. School's out.
Half quarantine.
Some kids miss it.
And it was like for 3 months, and I just couldn't take it anymore because I felt like I was cheating on him with my fingers. And, you know, then like Pornhub came free, so I was enjoying that. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do, you know? So then finally, like, can't do this anymore.
I know
We
that
need to, like, let's just sanitize before and make sure it's all good. But I mean, that was rough, guys. This quarantine.
I did a lot of baking and a lot of gardening. Yeah. Everyone has a garden. My garden looks awesome.
It looks good.
Yeah, before my house looked like probably a little white trash. Now it looks like white trash, but colorful. Because there are flowers.
Okay, so
the garden in front.
How did you get into real estate, Jessalyn? How'd you get into real estate? What made you go down that path? I didn't know.
Well, so with comedy, I like the idea of the happiness, equal happiness to depression. And real estate isn't that far off, you know, because you're like happy and you're like, oh, cool, we got buyers. But then you're like depressed because they never want to buy something or someone
Tell me
else
about
gets
it. My house was on the market for 5 months during COVID. And I had people traipsing through my house. And I'd come back and I felt like I would have to like wipe everything down.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers didn't do nothing until we dropped the price and relisted. But go on, sorry.
Yeah, well, where are you?
I was in Connecticut outside of Hartford, and I just moved to Providence.
Okay, because like on the Cape, it's insane because we have like the tourists that come in and stuff like that. And so there's a bunch of people that are like, you know what? Why do we have like a summer house here? We should just move here, especially when the Cape, like when New York was spiking so high, then all of a sudden I live in a house that's part of the summer house. I mean, like half of the streets, the water turns off for the winter, you know? So like, but our house is winterized. And so my boyfriend comes home and is just like, oh, I hate these New Yorkers, like being all coming here and spreading the COVID. And I was just like, it's not that bad. Like, I think you're overreacting, even though I've never left my house, right? So then I go outside and I go on the porch, and all of a sudden I hear the back neighbors diagonal that are like, it's so great to leave the city. Fuck being in the city. Like, why would you stay here? And I come in and I'm like, babe, I am so sorry I doubted you. Fuck those New Yorkers. No offense to New York.
Wait, I don't know what happened to AJ. We got his picture there, but AJ, you there?
Yeah, but like with the amount of like high personalities that are all here, you don't need me.
Yeah, we need you. You're one of the main characters.
No, you
like
don't.
cartoons.
We got a little bit of everything over here.
Like when I close my eyes, Joanna and Jessalyn sound exactly the same, and like the first 20 minutes is like them fighting over like to get a word. I'm like, I can't hear anything. Holy shit, this is a nightmare. Oh my god.
You get any other gigs coming up, AJ? You get any other gigs coming up?
Shooting myself.
All right, let's get into some questions.
How would the therapist feel about that, Jess?
I know. You're going to have to make me do a safety check.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like Jesus, like I've done enough crying during this quarantine, but like this is why I can never do like writers groups with like other comedians, as we're all talking over each other. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm back to being suicidal again.
Oh, I tried to. Where were you? I tried to start a writing group in Connecticut, and you're like 3 hours away, so I understand. Like nobody showed up. A guy showed up with a ponytail on the front of his head. He was like a unicorn. And then he proceeded to tell me that he'd been thrown out of every open mic he ever went to. And I was like, I'm really glad I'm old. I'm glad
Who's this
I'm
guy?
old.
What's his name?
Not a target. This was in Middletown, Connecticut.
Oh.
Yeah, Middletown is a cool town.
My mom grew up in Connecticut, so I know.
Really?
I know a lot of.
Whereabouts?
Ansonia.
Oh, like
the valley.
Ansonia, Derby, Waterbury, down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I don't have anything
Okay,
against.
so let me just interrupt real quick. This is a question to AJ, and somehow it reverted to exactly what he was talking about. Just to come full circle. Exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah, and then of course interrupted like right away.
AJ, what do you got coming up? What do you got coming up,
Wait,
AJ?
so AJ wanted to talk. I just thought that I should sit. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You would have been doing that anyway. Just like, sure, I just painted these walls turquoise, but they might be a different color by the other. Like,
So you got
Wow.
paperback comedy still going, right? I mean, I got the comedy
No.
factory, but
I-
paperback comedy's not going.
No, it's not. I've just been doing other people's shows, and I've just been going absolutely nuts. Like, it's given me time to build up my social media following, which is.
I mean, you guys are going to get paperback comedy back, right? Once things come back.
Hopefully. I mean, I've been doing shows out of a shed in my backyard. That's how
I know.
desperate
No
I am.
Country for Old Jokes is really fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I had a
Tell
ball.
us all about it, Ed.
I went to some of your shows. Where did I go to? The Red Nun.
The Red Nun got closed because of COVID.
Yeah.
They're
Again,
still open. They're
it
open.
opened, and then there was a staff member that was infected, and
Oh,
so
boy.
they reclosed again. The dentist one, the one where we performed at.
What's
So,
the other places I did for you guys? Okay, I did 3 or 4.
Sea Dogs. Sea Dog
Yeah.
has no outdoor dining, but they've closed off the whole front parking lot, like
Gannon's.
so that they
you
can.
did Gannon's with
Oh,
us.
Gannon's too.
Yeah.
Gannon's,
Yeah.
Gannon's is open.
I had a
And they
great
got the
time
outdoor-
when I came out there with you guys. We had a lot of laughs, you know. Then
Everyone always laughs at you, John.
I had
I haven't been out
AJ.
that way. Nobody has invited me yet.
Well, we'll get you there.
I'm cheap. I'm pleasant. I'm professional. I have a degree in accounting. I can,
Well, we'll have you do the books.
You can
I'll
do our
count your
taxes.
beans. I can count your beans.
We'll have you do the books.
Thank you. I really want to do that.
Jess Lee, how are you?
Yeah.
She needs
26 minutes in.
The therapist needs a therapist. My friend just got her therapy degree.
I need a therapist after
I
this.
do
I'm telling
too.
you, man, she needs a therapist.
After this, you've said
All right,
some
we gotta take control of this. One person talk at a time because we're getting out of control.
Oh.
Jessica, it's your turn. What do you got to
There's
say?
not one person talks at a time. One
doing a
person
safety
can talk the whole
assessment with
time.
AJ after this, so I hope that he didn't make any big plans.
Did I ever tell you I was gonna put duct tape on your mouth, Jessica, and throw you in the trunk?
Yeah. Oh.
No,
Oh, Jessica.
I know.
That's a compliment. I mean, that's a compliment.
That's
That
awesome.
makes
Take
me
that.
sad. That makes me sad, but I also was very distracted as to how Jessalyn was making that everything spin like that, and then
She's doing.
because it looked like something out of a movie.
That's the Easter bunny. The Easter bunny is like a ghoul, and that's what I feel like.
Jessica's my She's my my stepdaughter, my comedy stepdaughter.
So
Oh, yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily, want to duct tape me and put me in the trunk, I
Nah, you're my stepdaughter. I wouldn't do that.
She's got enough daddy
I'm not
issues
from
as it is.
Burrillville, Rhode Island, or somewhere like that out in the woods where I would deliverance and do something like that. I don't recall saying that to Jessalyn, but I must have said it. I don't know.
Oh, it was in Rhode Island, I think.
What's she doing? If she's doing that, I'm going to do this.
I mean, if I don't talk, I just figured that maybe I can try and do some situational comedy so that I don't have to get in the way of AJ and Ed.
You got a joke you want to tell us, Jessalyn?
Me?
Yeah, you got a joke?
At me? I've definitely gained COVID-19. Not to be confused with the freshman 15 for all that baking that I've done. But because of that, I realize now it's summer and I have to get a new bathing suit. A one piece.
Oh.
The problem with one piece, which we have a lot of ladies in the audience, you understand this,
Yeah.
is when you tan in a one piece, then when you're naked, everything underneath that is white is all confused.
It all blends together.
You have sex with your boyfriend next to a mirror. You get frightened at who the fuck is he fucking? Shamu? When did Shamu get into the bedroom? Oh, that's me. Oh. Yeah, I look fun because everything's flopping around.
So how are you doing, Jess Leigh?
Yeah, let's get that question answered because he asked you that 15 times.
Yes, AJ.
I think I'm okay. I don't know. I think I'm okay.
What?
She looks okay. She seems okay.
How many patients do you see in a week?
A lot. And now AJ just got added to my caseload, so it's
It's funny because you said load.
Do we?
You
do
need
the
to leave.
Do
But
the
it wasn't
comics
a
get a
shitload.
discount?
Somebody else got it first. Somebody else got it first.
No, I said it to you earlier, but you ignored it, and you're still here.
Trust me, I
Right,
would if I
did-
could.
Jess, did you ever tell Ed to leave the area?
Every time
Yeah.
he's in the area. Every time.
That's
He's-
her thing.
Even if I'm not in the area, but he's in the area, he still should leave the area.
You tell him to leave the area.
I do.
We were socially distancing before it was cool. Okay, that's what we were doing.
Why is this? Why is this? I don't know what happened here. What's going on? Why is this?
That's a fantastic line. I haven't heard that line. We were socially distancing before it was cool. That's a really good line.
Joanna, what are you drinking?
That is a nice one.
Kombucha, but
Ooh.
but it has a little tequila in it, and
You're
Wow.
drinking. She's drinking something over there. I'm drinking Powerade, sugar-free Powerade.
John, if you and me got drunk together, it would be very dangerous. We would both end up in China, maybe at different ends of the country, but it would be, and everything would taste like chicken. I don't know.
Crazy.
I'm glad we're both under control. But
Right.
haha, that's so funny.
Let's see. We gotta see where things are. Ed got divorced on Zoom.
Woo!
He's got a girlfriend now.
Better than a
DJ did a
Post-it
gig
note.
in Maine, and then we got Jessalyn's in real estate now. She's
Yeah,
wiping
I'm
her
also-
nose.
I'm
You're not
also
doing any of
playing-
that stuff, are you, Jessalyn?
What?
Wiping your nose. You're not doing anything, are you?
Oh, no, I'm just sweating profusely.
Are you sweating?
Even though I'm not on stage, I just feel like I am. So, you know.
You don't have any air conditioning going over there?
Not so much, but also during COVID, there's a good, Russian baby roulette happening.
Russian
Roll the
babies?
dice. Let's see if it happens. Oh. I'm scared.
Pool's in the corner. She's like, what's going on here?
I'm like, good luck, good luck.
Yeah.
No, I got a new tattoo.
You got a new
Oh.
tattoo? What is it?
Can't see.
All right.
Can't see.
Is that dick and balls?
Yeah.
What is it?
No way.
All right, so
What-
it's
That's an abstract dick and balls.
right. It's about my kid. It's a capital Z in cursive for Zachary, and then it's the giraffe because that's like the animal.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I realized the other day, if you cover the antlers and the tail, it looks like dick and balls. I'm like, are you serious? But it's okay. So it's all about him, right? Giraffe, Z, dick. He's a boy. He has one, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
all right.
true.
It works out, guys.
So you got one child, Cole.
Yes, that's all I could fit out of my vagina, John. What the?
That's all you could fit. You don't
No
think
drug.
you don't think you
No
could fit
drug.
me out of there?
Wow.
What?
300
I don't know
pounds.
how big were you as a baby? He was
Smart,
8'6".
John.
He was
Hey, I
8'6".
lost.
It ripped me to my asshole, John. So how
Oh
much?
man, that's
Let's talk about episiotomies.
Oh, I lost
I mean-
64 pounds. 64 pounds. The pandemic hit. I gained back about 25. I was doing phenomenal. I was on a liquid diet.
Now I
I was doing
did
great.
that.
No, I lost 135 pounds thanks to my divorce.
Oh, excellent.
That
No,
was a
yeah.
good move. That was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
move, getting divorced, Ed, right?
Did you really?
I
Was that
wish
your
I
first,
weighed
was that your first
135.
divorce? Was that your
Yeah,
first divorce?
first one. First one.
First
Hopefully
one.
only one.
For 2 is up.
Now, how long you been dating
Well-
your girl? What's your girl's name?
Candace.
Candace?
Do
Yeah.
not call her Candy.
I thought he said Dennis.
You're not.
And
Well,
how
I'm
long
not-
you been dating Candace?
Since quarantine, pretty much. Like, it's been a few months now, so it's been pretty cool.
That's
Not gonna
cool.
lie. She's about to bring me another. It's National Tequila Day, so she's gonna bring me another tequila drink in a little bit. So
It is?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got inspired in the package store. Hey, you guys, I'm going to boast because I've been married almost 25 years and I can't believe it. I cannot fucking believe that we have not killed each other in 25 years.
I can't either.
Me
I
too.
can't either.
I've been married probably 25 years. 3 different marriages, 25 years.
That's how you do it. Spread them out. Spread them out
You
over
gotta
different.
spread it out. You gotta spread it out.
My
That's what
parents
she
have been
said.
married. My parents have been married for 38 years, and my boyfriend's parents have been married for 44 years.
Holy cow.
Fuck. Right?
When I was a little kid, my grandparents on my father's side had a 50th anniversary celebration. It was in
My
Queens.
grandparents too on my father's side.
What?
My grandparents too on my father's side had a 50th.
Are you related?
Are you Jewish?
Oh my God! Yes.
We're
No,
all
I'm not.
related.
I'm not, but I always play a Jew on
You
stage.
could be a Jew. You could
Well,
be a
just
Jew.
actually, my vagina's Jewish, so.
Oh, well. I'm not going to go. I don't even know what that means, being Jewish. But I know
Why
John
do you
wants to
say
hear
that?
more
Why do you
about
say
it.
that, Jessalyn?
I went to a Jewish college, and
Did you go to Brandeis?
what?
Did you go to Brandeis?
No, I went to Emerson.
Oh, that's a Jewish college? I
I
didn't know that.
they have all the Jewish days off, like Passover, Ramadan.
Yeah,
you
because
wanna
a
get
lot of
out of
Jews
class,
go there.
you're
It's not
just
a
like,
Jewish
I'm a
Oh
college.
my god.
All right.
One at a time.
Oh my God.
We gotta, Jessica, we gotta take control here. We got too many people talking at once. We
So
gotta,
many people.
yeah, you gotta
Jess
go
is
one
just
at a time, because
Well,
it gets,
we're engaging. We're engaging. You don't
I know,
understand what we're
well, a
doing.
little bit, but it gets out of control, then we can't hear
Okay.
what everybody's saying. What are you
Sounds like a
saying,
prison
Jessalyn?
gun.
Oh, for my Jewish vagina. Apparently, when you get sexually active, your vagina gets really wet. And I was asked it several times, freshman year of college, like, hey, are you Jewish? Like, he's fingering me, and I'm like, hey, are you Jewish? And I'm like, no, I know the hair, whatever, that's fine. And then, like, he's going down on me or whatever. A different guy, obviously, because it's freshman year.
I guess we're getting dirty
I'm a whore.
tonight.
Right.
It could have been his saliva providing the
I mean, yeah, but
lubrication.
then they come up and they're like, oh, are you Jewish? And I'm like, it's my nose, right? It's my nose. That's the thing. That's what you think. So finally, like, I had sex with a third guy, just whatever. And he was
Where
like,
did
oh
the
my God, are
duct
you
tape come
Jewish?
in? Where did the
I was
duct
like-
tape come in?
That's where the duct tape comes in.
Should come in now.
Tell me to shut up. But like, when I finally had sex, I'm like, what's with the Jewish thing? Why do people think I'm Jewish? What's happening? And they're like, well, Jewish vaginas get really wet. So in order to put a stop on that, I shaved my pubes into a Hitler stash. Yeah.
Whoa.
Is that too much? I went too far.
It's a good landing strip.
Too soon.
Good landing
I mean,
strip.
I tried the landing strip out, but
I think we lost control.
Jessalyn, I'm glad you're doing
Yes,
okay.
have we lost control? Have we lost control?
Yes, a long time ago. Very much so.
You guys want to see a tour of my condo?
No, we've
I
seen
don't.
enough of you.
Next time,
Yeah,
we
we've
have
seen
to.
so much of you.
Who's got a joke? Who's got a joke they want to tell? Anybody got a joke they want to tell?
What?
Anybody got a joke?
Okay.
I agreed to this.
No.
Hey, we're having fun, Ed. It's good to see you. I haven't
I
seen you
love you,
guys.
John. I love you, John.
I haven't seen you guys in a while. We just got to take one person at a time, because otherwise it gets too crazy.
It's been
Hey, John, is Twin Oaks open yet? Do you know? In Cranston?
Yeah, they're open. We don't do any shows there anymore.
No, because it's
No,
all
no more
indoors.
shows. Yeah, I don't do any dinner shows because all the restaurants don't want to do them. They don't want to do them.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so
John, you'll get back. You always do.
It'll
You're
get
the most
back.
resourceful. Nope, never mind. Go ahead.
Go with the flow.
it'll come
Yeah,
come
go
back.
ahead.
John, I don't know if you know this, but there's something called a mute button that you can put on somebody at some point during an interview.
For the love of God, please.
Yeah, we gotta go one at a time. AJ, it's gonna come back.
Boys want to
It's
talk.
gonna come back. It's just a matter of when. But I think it's gonna be at least another year. At least another year. I mean, I think it's gonna be scattered between now and then, but I think it's gonna be like next fall before it comes back. I could be wrong. I hope I am. You know.
I honestly think it's going to be summertime. Like, a lot of this might clear up in the springtime, and then we're going to see like the biggest boom of comedy by next summer. I pretty much guarantee it. And then like Funny for Funds is going to come back like crazy. Comedy Factory, you're going to be busier than you ever have been.
You will be. Yep.
And you're gonna be the skinniest you've ever have been, John, because you're running around like a madman. You're having Danuccio do stuff, then Skip Daniels do stuff, and the Clam Man will have no body weight because he'll be wearing the clam suit, just carrying all the PA stuff. He might be the first to go from exhaustion because he can't carry the clam suit, squirt it at people, and carry a whole PA.
What is the clam suit?
That's another story. We'll get into that another time. I don't think I'm gonna do as much as I did when
You
the
will.
pandemic
Yes,
hit.
you will.
I'm gonna do some comedy, but I'm not gonna go back and do 10 rooms. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that much. You know.
You got to enjoy your retirement too, you know? You got to be leisurely about this. That's all.
I just don't want
I'm
to
here
go
to
back.
help you. I have
I don't
an
want to go.
accounting degree.
Yeah, but I don't want to go back to what I was. I was going 150 miles an hour. I had 10 rooms going. And,
That's too much.
It's too
That's
much.
too much.
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah, but John, you also had some help too. So like when you were like spreading it out with like a lot of the guys, like when you were having Danuccio do stuff and Skip do stuff at the same time and spreading that out, like at a much smaller scale, like myself, like when Ed was running shows and I'm not there, and Jessalyn's running shows and I'm not there, like it creates like a lot less tension. Yeah. And like to me, that's the happiest I've ever have been. There's like one night you had 3 shows. I'm running one, Ed's running one, Jessalyn's running one. It was like Christmas time, and
I had a lot of that going on. Yeah, I had different guys running shows and stuff. Yeah, you guys are doing great on the Cape.
I need a new shirt. Where's the new shirt?
The new shirt is delayed due to COVID. I didn't know if I should do like a COVID symbol. I don't know if that would be too tasteless.
No, can you put the picture up of what the new shirt looks like? Because it's awesome.
I have an important question, actually. John.
Yes.
So, did you ever use brown paper tickets?
I have.
I read that.
They're
No.
good. They were good to work with.
They're not.
They're not. No, they're not.
Okay.
Listen to this. Go ahead.
Let me hear your horror story.
AJ, you take this. Take the
Yeah,
lead.
take it. Take it away, AJ.
Listen, our last night doing a show, our last paperback show before COVID. This was
March
me,
13th. March 13th.
I was getting to that. And then this was March 13th, and we raised like at least, it was like $750 in ticket sales, and then after fees came up to like $700.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just in online sales. And cash sales, I'm not 100% sure, but we were able to cover the room. We were able to cover most of the comics, with the exception of Ed paying $200 out of his own pocket to the other comics. And I'm telling Ed, like, why are you doing that? Like, we get the money in a week typically through brown paper tickets. We could just wait till then. But then I'd say, like, no. And then in hindsight, Ed made the right decision paying them early, because like we still haven't not seen that money.
Right.
Never got the money from brown paper tickets?
We
I don't
have never
understand
got the money from
Now, how
brown
come-
paper
what-
tickets.
What
He
did they
made
say?
an
What
awesome
did they say?
video explaining it. You should send a link to that video.
That's bullshit.
I will, and I'm doing a sequel of said video where I'm pretty much the $1 Million Man from WWF, but I'm going to call myself Avery R. Ice. I'm just going to cut a promo on everybody that has delayed money from brown paper tickets.
That's
There's one
good.
church.
Public
Yeah.
shaming. I love public shaming.
Yeah,
Unless
see,
it is on me.
I was always old school. I did the shows myself. I sold tickets at the door, or I sold them ahead of time and would reserve them at the door. And I was old school.
I always
Really?
appreciate you, John, because you always paid then that night in by hand and everything like that too. And that's what
Yeah.
I try to do, because I learned that from you. Like that's
Yeah,
I'll do
I
that.
always pay. I always pay the comics that night. 99% of the time.
Cash is king.
Yeah, even if they send me a check or they give me a check that night, I'll have the money for everybody, or checks or whatever, and I'll go pay everybody. You know.
We're
I
not
don't-
even the worst case though. We're not even the worst. Brown paper tickets is screwed over. Like I've been following, like, because there's Facebook group of people that have been screwed over by them, and there are dozens and dozens of people have been screwed over fucking charities.
Really,
of, like,
it's sad.
cancer benefits
It's just
over
sad.
$10,000, $11,000. I think there was one for $30,000. Am I right, AJ?
Oh my God.
There's one with $30,000, and there's one with $12,000 that they did an event in the middle of February. And this was before COVID shut everything down.
How do they get away with that?
Dude, they
I
shouldn't
don't know
be.
how they get away with
It
it.
shouldn't be. It's just, but when you go to Google it, this is why I think Epstein's behind this, is when you go and Google it,
Well, brown paper tickets is still alive, okay?
He's
That's
dead.
right.
Isn't it his like lover that's behind it now?
just getting people killed, covering up. I'm pretty sure, like, us not getting the money has to do with, like, Hollywood pedophiles.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just,
100%.
Yep. And a pizza place. And a pizza place too.
yeah, that pizza place has been holding children for quite a while. I've seen those receipts.
They go willingly because there's pizza.
Yeah, and it says like a
like
kitty size slice. We know what that means.
There
on
you
the
It's
go.
the
receipt.
new candy
yeah.
in the big white van. It's a
Give me a
pizza
slice of that shit, eh?
you know.
That young
We're dancing
bullshit.
on the line right now. We're dancing on the line.
Are we?
I didn't
Cole,
say
how you
anything.
doing in the
Fine.
corner over there, Cole? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm in the corner. Am I in the same
Or
spot as
am I
everybody?
think you're in the corner?
Are you? Am I pointing to her?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's one next
Yeah.
to you, and then
And then below me is Jess. So.
Below you, I got AJ below you.
Ah, see, now that's when it all screws
I'm
up.
never looking in the right spot because like I'm like next to John and everybody else is like, and then I'm always like looking in the wrong place at
I
every.
know. That's what Zoom sucks about. Like, it should be the same on everyone's computer. You know,
It's
like,
not.
so that you can do those funny things where you're like, hey,
Oh my
John. Yeah. Or
Whoever's
like,
above me,
yeah.
fuck them. Whoever's above me.
All of us.
Oh, okay. Statement still stands.
We got to get a lawyer and sue brown paper tickets so we can get a cut of this.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's the Hollywood pedophiles that are protecting brown paper tickets because like they shouldn't be able to get away with
I'm
it.
sure they are.
I'm sure it has something to do with diddling kids.
I wish them
That's how
well.
they get-
I wish them all very well. You know.
It's unfortunate.
Uh,
Is there any other better company that you could go
I went
through?
with Eventbrite.
It's not the thing. It's like Eventbrite like paid people, but like it was late, but they still eventually paid people.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because of the situation at hand. Like, I bartend at weddings, and, you know, we just kept the deposit over for the next year. But, like, even the next year, what's going to happen then? And they're going to refund the money at the establishment that I'm working at. Like, but it's, you know, because people are still getting married. They're having Zoom weddings now. Like,
Yeah.
like this is going to change so much that it's like, well, my mom actually says that, okay, this is actually a blessing because now everybody's realizing their gifts to the world. When they come out of this, they're going to be amazing and know what their true meaning to life is supposed to be. And I'm like, so we're going to have a lot of gardeners and bakers? Like, I don't understand. That doesn't really fit.
There's a lot of therapists.
She's a special needs teacher, which we were talking about teachers earlier. So.
Oh, she's a special needs teacher.
Special
she
needs
should talk to me for an hour.
Yeah, that's why she's got me.
It's a
That's
fun
why
time.
she's got you. She's got her hands full with you.
It's a fun time for introverts. There's a lot of people who say, I'm really, you know, if they're financially able to swing this period, and we don't know how long this period is going to be, but people that are able to do this enjoy it. I mean, I'm kind of a homebody myself. I don't like feeling restricted, but I don't mind being at home either.
I think a lot of people are in trouble. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, the people that are working, but a lot of comedians I know that did this for a living.
Yeah, I know
Did
it.
this for a living. I don't mention names, but I know a lot of comedians. This is all they did, and now with the comedy down,
It's
I mean,
shit.
this is I don't know what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're gonna do.
And it's not just comedians. Like, I mean, we've had to cut back. My husband could lose his job. He had to cut his pay in half. And, you know, I don't even know how we're paying our bills, honestly. And this was not a great time for it to happen because we were moving, but whatever. I'm here in Providence, and there's a lot of crumbling bridges I can live underneath if necessary.
There's
Under the
hope for
bridge
that.
downtown is where I drew some blood.
You know, you guys message me after. Tell me your favorite bridges, and I'll check them out.
I've been here all my life. I know the Newport Bridge, the Jamestown Bridge, the Mount Hope Bridge, and that's about it.
Really?
There's a lot of other bridges too.
No shit, huh? All right.
I don't pay attention to them.
Sagamore,
Until it's falling, you don't.
Bourne Bridge, Sagamore Bridge.
That's Massachusetts.
Oh, sorry. I just was talking about my bridges. I mean, the Golden Gate Bridge is the #1 bridge to commit suicide off of. Did you guys know that? Fun
The
fact.
Golden Gate
No.
Bridge,
Yep.
No, but I rode my bike across
I was
that
out there.
with my
Yeah.
kid, and I
The
kept
Golden
thinking
Gate
he was
Bridge
slide
is
off of
literally-
it.
The Golden Gate Bridge is literally the Rainbow Bridge for people.
I went out there on my
Did you guys
honeymoon.
think of that? Because that's another great line.
I went out there my
Oh,
second
twice.
my second honeymoon. I went to the Golden Gate Bridge, and we went over to Alcatraz, the prison. How
Oh, I
many
did
people
that
go to
too.
a prison on their honeymoon?
Yeah.
I went to a prison on my honeymoon.
No, just the whole
Well,
man.
that should have been a sign that it was already gonna be over. So,
We're in Al Capone cell. I should have known this could be a problem.
Right. I was there too.
hey, we just
saw
got married,
that.
so let me show you that you're in prison forever with me. Alcatraz.
Here's the ball and chain. Woo!
She already has the
Crazy.
box.
It's good exercise
Here,
for your
put this
left
on your
leg.
ankle.
My left leg is really strong
gonna-
from that ball and chain.
We're
Woo!
gonna wrap this extravaganza up because it's just
Thank
it's been totally out of control. Cole Johnson, what do you got to say to wrap this up?
I need to say that I don't know how to use the clippers properly, and I need to talk to your barber, who is it, Philippe, to cut my son's
My barber is Philippe.
Because
Your
I'm gonna
son
mess
need-
it up. I mean,
Your son needs a haircut? We'll get him the Philippe. I got a Guatemalan barber. He's killer.
I just
Yeah.
got a message.
during
I just
this
got a
whole
message.
COVID thing,
I just got a message that says Cole Johnson's network bandwidth is low. If that's not a cut, I don't know what is.
I mean,
All right, Joanna Rapoza just wrapped it up. She's been drinking over there and having a ball.
Drinking
I
her
don't know what she's
kombucha and
doing.
tequila. Happy
Hey,
tequila.
Healthy. It's healthy.
Ah,
I was
both of
all
you at the
over.
same time. Holy shit.
All right, hold on a second, Joanna. AJ, I miss working with you guys. So hopefully I'll work with you guys again in the near future.
Hopefully, man, and hopefully haircuts will be legal soon. I'm starting to look. Dude, you
yes,
see this? You see this?
I love it. Where's
I'm
your
s-
pro pick?
I'm
You
starting. I'm starting to look like the Heat miser fucked Ace Ventura.
Can you get haircuts in Mass or no?
Yep.
Massachusetts, can you get haircuts there now?
It has to be by appointment only, and I've said some things on some sites, so I'm not
Yeah. And we got Ed with Candace. What's going on with Ed? What do you got to say to wrap it up, Ed?
I will say that it's been a pleasure, kind of. I love you, John. I want to do a well-being check on Jess Leigh. Like, I mean, are you still alive?
I think, yeah.
Okay, she's still alive. Okay.
Oh yeah, and
What was
Jess
the
Leigh.
t-shirt?
Comedy, when in doubt.
Let me see the t-shirt.
Jess, what are you going to say to wrap it up?
Jess, what's the t-shirt?
It's the paperback comedy T-shirt, and mine's
Ooh.
a lot more green than everybody else's because I.
I like that. I'll take one in medium.
Get the new one.
Jess, what do you got to say to wrap this weekly check-in that's gone haywire? What do you got to say?
I need another drink.
I haven't drank in 4 years. I need
There you
a
go,
drink.
Jess.
I think that's it.
I hand this to you, and then
Yes.
you grab it.
You can go with all my other true.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yay.
Jessalyn, what do you got to say? Jessalyn Peters, you're in real estate now. I got some duct tape. I mean,
I'm gonna try and get back to being a real estate agent, bartender, comedian.
that's great.
That's,
It'll happen. It'll happen. It's just a matter
That's a
of
triple
when.
threat.
yeah.
Triple threat.
It'll
It means
happen.
it means I like to talk.
You do.
You're
Since I
welcome.
know you, you like to talk. But you're cool. You guys are all cool. I always loved all you guys. So I'm happy to
Thanks so much, John.
Thanks, John.
have you
It's
guys
good to
on.
see
I
you.
miss Jessalyn. I miss Cole, Joanna, Jess. I see every week.
Hey,
Ed
John.
and AJ. I'll have you guys back on another time, and hopefully things will be more stable.
Just a different roster next time, please.
Less people. We got to socially distance on Zoom, please.
What'd you say, Ed?
So we have to socially distance on Zoom next time, okay?
We can
I
pull-
know.
So whiny.
We can. I feel like me and Ed can pull off socially distancing on Zoom. We can
All right.
figure it out.
I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna send you guys a message once it's up on Facebook. If you want to share it, you can share it. If
I
you
will.
don't, whatever you want to do, and we'll have some laughs. I'm sure people have some laughs watching this because it's
Yeah, they could probably hear 5 minutes of audio. So you have some editing to do, Mr. Perrotta.
There's no editing on this.
There's no
It's
editing.
Zoom. It's Zoom. There's no editing.
I know you're ending this, John, but likely me and AJ probably are going to end it all as well. So thank you so much.
I'm kidding.
I love you guys, man. So it was great seeing you.
Wow.
Stay healthy.
Thanks, John. Good to
I'll
see
see
all
you
you
guys.
guys.
I'll see you guys soon.
Come by and visit
Jessalyn,
me.
sell some houses out there, Jessalyn. Good luck.
That's my goal.
Good luck. I'll see you
Thank you.
kids.
Thanks,
AJ,
John.
you gonna marry anybody soon?
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah, I got 2 next month.
AJ marries people. That's cool.
Yeah, I did.
Don't marry
didn't
me
know.
anymore.
I
Not
can't
marrying
wait.
me.
I can't wait to officiate your 4th marriage between you and Jessalyn.
Yeah, me and Jessalyn. When Jessalyn.
And now that Zoom is legal, by the power invested in me, you're married. You just gotta sign some paperwork, just so you know, and then it's legal.
Yeah.
And our therapist wraps it up. What's your final thought, Jessica Leigh, to wrap this up?
No.
No.
I have nothing to say.
No.
Just no.
Ed, wrap us up.
Ed, what's your
Yeah.
final word?
No, that too. No. No.
Okay, Jessalyn, then you're taking the realms on this, right? So I will say, she's already cringing right now. What I will say. I tugged a slime bucket full of sticky warm morsels when it hit me.
Look at Jessalyn. She's got her eyeball.
Jess Leigh, moist.
You're crazy.
I love some
Moist.
of you.
All right, guys. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I love you guys. Stay healthy.
Thank you, John. Love
Thanks,
everyone.
John.
See you guys soon.
See you soon.
All right. Take care, kids.
Stay
Love you,
well.
John.